Right, I'm here with Robbie again, and we're going to go through the player ratings now. You guys know the format. I will read out the players, and Robbie will give them his rating for today's game. Let's start in goal. David Raya.
It's a bit of an indifferent performance again. Some good bits. He made a great save when he pushed the ball up onto the bar.
Did he exude confidence for you today? Because that's what a lot of people are saying.
It was mixed.
He doesn't look that confident.
It was mixed. I think at the start of the game, it wasn't that he wasn't exuding. He looked confident, but he made a couple of mistakes. So there's one when he passed the ball straight to a Sevilla player. If the player would have controlled the ball better, they could have had a chance of scoring. That was a big mistake. And then at the end, when he went to punch it and it just went, I don't know where it went, right? He sort of, like Stricto said, he sliced the punch. He looked a little bit, I wouldn't say he looked nervy, but he just made a couple of errors today. But then we've won the game. There was many other good things he did. I mean, I guess this is the problem at the moment.
What did you make of his distribution?
Distribution was okay, but still not what we're looking for, really. I'll probably give him a 6 today. I don't want to be too... We've won the game. He's done some good stuff as well. I'm maybe just focusing too much on the negatives, so I'll give him a 6.
Okay, 6. Okay, that's fine. Tomiyasu.
I thought he played very well, Tomiyasu. You know what I mean? That's 2 games in a row. I thought he was excellent when he came on in the second half against Chelsea. And I thought again tonight, he was superb. You know what I mean? He's combative. He's energetic. He defended brilliantly tonight. Maybe didn't do as much as the Zinchenko stuff, getting forward. But as an out-and-out defender, when you've got to go away in Europe, that's what you need. That's why when I saw the team and I saw him in it, I was happy because I was like, when you go away in Europe, you got to be solid. And he brought a real solidity to that back line. And I think I'm going to give him an 8 today. I was impressed.
Yeah, I was impressed as well. Like you said, a guy like that, he's never going to let you down. He's got the requisite physicality. So, yeah, I'm in agreement with you on that one. Right, let's go to the centre-back pairing. Let's start with Gabriel.
Very good today as well, Gabriel. Very, very good. You know what I mean? Done his defensive duties very, very well. And I'll probably give him a 7.
7, okay. And his partner alongside him there, Saliba?
Yeah, and I'll give him a 7 as well. Saliba as well, excellent as well. You know what I mean? Both of them were solid. You know what I mean? You're up against Sevilla. They're a very big team. You know what I mean? El Nesri up front and they're a very physical team. Those two we know. They're up for the physical battle. They did well.
Definitely. For me, one of the centre-back pairings of the Premier League so far this season. Let's move to right-back, Ben White.
Yeah, he played all right. He, again, didn't get forward a lot, I noticed today. You know what I mean? Was doing a lot more defensive work, particularly in the second half. I thought he was all right. So I have to give him a 7 as well. I thought he was solid as well. The back line, even though we conceded that goal from the corner, but I thought the back line was good.
Agreed. Let's move up front. Sorry, not up front. Let's move further forward to midfield. Declan Rice.
Excellent today. Excellent. You know what I mean? In the second half, he won so many tackles, made some great surging runs today. I thought he was fantastic in the game. He really was. This guy's absolute quality. Yeah. 8 out of 10 for me. Declan Rice impresses me every single game I see him.
Yeah, I thought he was outstanding today. He's been outstanding in pretty much all season. Definitely. In fact, he's probably been one of our most consistent players.
Yeah, you can't argue with that.
Right, okay. Jorginho in the middle there.
He played well, Jorginho. You know what I mean? He anchored that midfield. You know, he was calm. He showed his experience. I mean, he's one of the few players in that Arsenal team that's actually played in the Champions League and played in big Champions League finals and big games, right? And he sort of showed that there was a calmness about him, and he didn't do nothing too complicated. He kept it simple, but I thought he played very well today. And I'll give him a 7. Good performance. He was on a yellow card as well. Yeah. Still nothing rash, nothing stupid. Did well.
Yeah, we benefit from his experience, and he definitely showed that tonight. Martin Odegaard. Now, this one's a little mixed. I've heard a few people criticise him over the last couple of games. We spoke about it on the live stream. I know you defended him. What did you think of his performance tonight?
He was quiet tonight. He was quiet at Chelsea. He was quiet again tonight. Did a lot of the ugly stuff. Did a lot of,
Did a lot of pressing.
Yeah, a lot of pressing. I mean, I gave him, I think, I think it was a 5 or at Chelsea, and there's some people going, "Oh, what are you giving him a 5 for?" Listen, what you don't see sometimes, especially when you go to games, is the work rate that he's putting in, that pressing, that you know what I mean. So he's not, you don't go hiding. He's just had a not. Well, even in this game, I don't even know if he had a seriously poor game. It's just he weren't really in the game. He didn't.
Do you think there's a school of thought that suggests that the fact that he's pressing and his work rate is so high, that might take away from his creative side a little?
Because he was doing that last year. He was doing that at the start of the season. He's just had a couple of games where he hasn't really been able to get into the game, but he still puts everything in, and that's why I'm giving him a 5.
Yep, okay, that's fine. Let's move further up the pitch then to the front three. Gabriel Martinelli on the left there. What did you think of his performance?
Yeah, he was brilliant today. Absolutely brilliant. They couldn't live with him. I think, I said it at the start of the game that you look at that Sevilla team, they're quite an old team, quite an aging team. You could see they couldn't catch him when he got away. He was giving them problems all night long. He was a great goal he scored, great finish, great composure, beautiful run by him as well. And I thought he was fantastic today, and I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10, but a really, really good performance by Martinelli. And I heard some people saying he was poor on Saturday. He weren't. He played well on Saturday. He's just coming back from injury. That's his first goal in the Champions League and his debut in the Champions League. Superb from Gabriel Martinelli.
I agree. Very explosive, like you said. You could see that Sevilla were almost intimidated by him.
They couldn't handle him. They couldn't handle him.
And I thought he was outstanding today. In the middle there, Gabriel Jesus.
My man of the match. I'm going to give him a 9 out of 10. I thought he was absolutely fantastic. Work rate, top notch. Skill. I mean, what he did to create that first goal for Martinelli. It weren't just the fact that he sent the two defenders one way. He also, the pass was perfectly weighted, Brilliant. And then he scores a brilliant goal after that. He was the man of the match by a country mile. And there were some good performances by Arsenal players, but by a country mile. I mean, it's bordering on a 10. I mean, he didn't put a foot wrong. Actually, no, let me make it a 10.
Wow.
Because he didn't really put a foot wrong in that game. That was a complete performance by Gabriel Jesus. 10 out of 10.
I must admit, he is capable of some sublime moments.
Honestly,
and he provided 2 tonight.
Absolutely brilliant. He scores a couple of good goals. Remember the one against United? Yeah. Where he sat down player. He's such a skillful player. And I was so happy for him tonight. I just hope he's not injured. He I think it was more out of tiredness, because he put so much into the game, but he was our best player.
He's kind of got that street footballer type about him, where he just does these things off the cuff, man, that you think, wow.
Yeah,
it's worth your admission alone just to come and watch that.
And he doesn't lose the ball. He keeps the ball despite all the skills and trickery. He's an outstanding player.
Yeah, he is. And a real leader on the pitch too. He's always involved, always cajoling the other players. Great player. On the right, Bukayo Saka.
He's a bit quiet today, Saka. They obviously targeted him. He got chopped a lot. But it was a quietish game for Saka. I'd probably give him a 6. He didn't really get into the game at all, really. Everything came from the other side. It was either Martinelli or Jesus doing the damage. But a quiet night for him, 6.
Okay, I wouldn't argue with that. I don't think it was his best game, but he did have some good moments, and his work rate was there. So always. A 6 is fair. Okay, let's move on to the subs. Eddie Nketiah.
Yeah, he didn't really have a lot of time to get into the game. He came on very late, but worked hard for the team. 6.
Okay, Kivior, he came on again. Not too much time. So I give him a 6 as well. Leandro Trossard.
He had a bit more time when he came out. I thought he did well as well. He kept the ball, was a bit of a threat. But again, not a lot of time to really give a big score. So 6 as well. But he did do very well when he came on.
And Kai Havertz?
Same as well. He got the ball, passed it back a few times. Didn't really have much time to do much. So again, a 6.
Okay. And I've got to say, overall, a team performance overall.
Team performance overall. I'm going to give that an 8 out of 10. That was an excellent performance away from home against a very good side, a team of European pedigree. So that's very, very good.
Okay, and finally, the manager, Mikel Arteta.
Manager, I'm going to give the manager today 8 out of 10. You know what I mean? He's got his team selection right. The team played very well. I thought we played some really good football. It was fluid. You know, we've been all saying that, you know, some of the games so far this season, we haven't seen that fluidity. We saw that tonight. And that's an excellent 3 points away from home. Under pressure, Mikel Arteta today, because if we'd have lost that game, we'd be under a bit of pressure now. I mean, it wouldn't have been the end of the world, but under pressure really to get something out of it. And he has. He's got all 3 points and we're in command of the group. So Mikel Arteta today, brilliant.
There you have it. Robbie's giving you his player ratings, team performance and manager performance too.